Coming in, you guys, it's day number 116 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Every day in the year 2022, I have put my booty into that ice bath over there. As you guys see, all that ice, I put my body into there, which includes my booty and the rest of my body. So get in there every single day to basically submerge my entire body underneath frigid water. Let's see how frigid it is today. Today it is 32.9 degrees Fahrenheit. So per usual, extremely cold. And again, if there is presence of ice, by the way, that is a sign that is very close to freezing temperatures. So if you ever get into an ice bath and you see ice present, that means you're within about 1 to 1.5 degrees of it being freezing. So just an FYI. If it was much warmer, it would actually be more water and very cold, but just water. You wouldn't see the visual. The Morosco Forge people, they trip out because they're like, you don't have to have all that ice in there. You can just make it cold without it being icy. I'm like, no. Jimmy likes to have the ice as the visual because that right there is fucking badass. So that's why I do it. That's why I allow the ice to build up in there. Okay, you guys, thanks for being here today. Day number 116. I see a lot of my usual suspects on here. Thank you always for your support and encouragement here. As always, when I'm in there, lots of fire emojis like Marcus just did. Lots of hearts if you want to hit the hearts. And we will get this show on the road. I want to talk about something that my best friend Brittany actually brought up today. She had a question for me because she's like, dang it, Jimmy, you got me doing these cold showers now. It's like, you're welcome. And so she had a really intriguing question, and I want to pose it to you guys, and then I want to answer it. And, of course, when I'm done with the ice bath, we'll all go out on the walk out there, and we'll answer any questions and jibber-jabber some more. All right, let me take it off of Wi-Fi. I just noticed I didn't do that. Okay, we're officially off of the Wi-Fi, so now I can get this show on the road. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's set you down. Nice cloudy day here in South Carolina. 5 minutes on the clock. I feel like deja vu is happening. I've done this a couple times. Here we go. Oh, it's counting up. For some reason, it didn't have 5 minutes on the clock. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's got 5 minutes on the clock. Now when I press start, it will count down. It was counting up, not down. Count down. Here we go. Breathe slowly when you get in. This counts in a shower too. Pay attention to your breath. Make it a goal to suck in air through your nose as slow as possible, and then blow it out. And whatever you do, don't hold your breath, because the cold will be 10 times worse. I am the master of my own domain. Rawr. I feel good in here today, if you hadn't noticed. It's so query how some days you get in here and it's just, ugh. And then the other days you get in here and you're like, rawr. So today's one of those good days. It's not any warmer or colder. It's just, I feel good apparently. All right, so let me get to what Brittany posed me posed to me in a DM. So Brittany's my best friend. She's been watching me do all these ice bath videos with a little bit of a, that's intriguing, Jimmy, but you go on with your bad stuff. You do it. I'm not doing that. But then she's like, but maybe I can do cold showers. Maybe that will help. So she had a question that maybe you've had on your mind. Is the benefit of doing cold showers, ice baths, is it the shock of getting in there and that doing something to your body, or is it the cold itself? And it was a very intriguing question that I was like, all right, that's a little more than let's talk in the DMs. Let me call you. So I called and talked to her on just this topic for about 45 minutes. And I think it can be an element of both. I think from the physical benefits perspective, obviously the cold exposure, and I would argue in an ice bath, the submersion in the water is what's giving you the physical benefits of an ice bath, because you're activating brown fat and some of the other processes that we've talked about, increasing ketogenesis, lowering blood sugar, lowering blood pressure. All of those are physiological reactions to the cold and to the water pressure being submerged in water. But it was intriguing what she said about the kind of freak out. Is it that when you first get in that creates a benefit? And I would say that benefit is all mental. That benefit lets you, all right, I had a freak out moment, but I was able to rein it in and bring it in. So I think it's a bit of both. I think you can get mental benefits, strengthen your resiliency with your mindset, feel empowered by doing the response at the beginning and then overcoming it. So she liked that, the answer that I gave her. I was like, you just made my topic for today's ice bath. He's like, yeah, I figured you'd like this question. And it was a good one. So physically, the cold and the pressure of the water, submerged in water, gives you the benefits physically, but it's the freak out and the of the cold that actually gives you the mental benefits. And there's probably a little bit of crossover with both, but I thought I would just articulate that out loud for you guys. Time to go under the water. I hope that never gets old, because it doesn't for me. What up, guys? Hope you're having a great day today. Apparently I am, because I felt so good in that ice bath today. Some days I get in the ice bath and I'm just like, another one, But today I was like, oh, come here, ice bath. You're my bitch today. And I was ready to take it on. All right. So those of you who came in late, welcome. We're on day 116 of my 365-day Timmy Ice Bath Challenge. Those of you brand new, never seen this before, I'm wiggling my booty into an ice bath every single day in the year 2022. And doing it as an experiment. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 minutes a day. And I'm trying to prove a lot of things to myself, that I can do hard things. And I'm trying to inspire a lot of you guys to do hard things. And one of my followers, who I know is on here now, Jess, made a story yesterday. I made a reel out of her story. So if you missed what Jess had to share, go and follow her, Jess Randall. She's in Okinawa, Japan. Her husband is in the military. And she eats carnivore diet, and she went on her story yesterday and she said, I watch this dude Jimmy Moore get in an ice bath every single day. So it's morning time when she watches. So good morning to you, Jess. And so it's morning time in Japan when I do this. And she's like, Well, dang it. What's my excuse for not going out for my 1 mile run in the mornings if Jimmy's doing an equally hard thing of getting in an ice bath? And that was cool. That was very cool. One of my goals with this challenge was to challenge other people to do hard things as well. So I'm glad to be of service to you, Jess, and I'm always happy to see you're on here supporting my work. But yeah, you guys, so to Brittany's question, for those of you that came in late, my best friend Brittany, she sent me a DM through Instagram this morning, and she said, so Jimmy, I'm doing this cold shower thing. Oh yeah, how's it going? Well, I have a question, and it's about the benefits. Okay, what you got? She said, is it the shock value of getting into cold water, or is it the cold itself that's providing you the benefits in an ice bath in a cold shower? Intriguing question. I told her that's way too complex to write in a DM. Can I call you? And so we got on the phone and we kind of talked it out a little more. She did 75 hard in the fall, and one of the things that program created by Andy Frisella called for when you advance to the next stage is doing 5-minute cold showers. And so she knows her best friend is doing ice baths, and she's very cognizant of what Andy Frisella shared in his program. She's like, all right, I'll do the cold showers, but she hates them. And she was like, do I just jump in at the coldest? I said, no, that's painful. What are you doing? And I said, well, if you actually listen to Jimmy's ice bath videos, I tell you about it. And so I explained it to her that you start warmer and you slowly, incrementally work your way down. And so she wasn't doing that. She was turning it kind of on the coldest and then shocking her body. And look, I mean, some people maybe like it that way. I don't think that's conducive for success, if you ask me. It's kind of like the people with a low-carb diet, for example. They come from a very junk food heavy diet, and they're eating 800 to 1,000 grams of carbs. I mean, tons of carbs. And then you put them on 20 grams of carbs. I think that's going to cause more difficulty for them than if you titrated it down from, say, 800 to 1,000 to 500 to 600. That's still a big drop, but you start to titrate them down slowly, and they wouldn't get nearly as much of the side effects that people get when they first go on a low-carb diet. Ice baths are the same way. Start slowly working your way down in the temperature. And she said, yeah, I would do that. I would turn it on like warm, and it'd be like 70 degrees, which is cold, but not too cold. And I would just slowly work my way down to the cold. And then when she got to the cold part of the shower, that's where she hated it. So I explained about how the movement of the water in a shower actually exacerbates that response, so that if at some point she could just fill up her tub with cold water, that actually might be a little more pleasant than having the beating of the shower coming down on you. I probably should do a whole topic on one of my ice bath challenges about why a cold shower might be harder than an ice bath. I know Dr. Stephanie Remko, when she came on my live about 3 or 4 weeks ago, she mentioned the same thing, where she did this challenge 46 days in a row. She did a cold shower, and she said, I hated it. It was just miserable. But then I get into submerged cold water, and it was not as bad. And so part of that is the water beating on your body could be kind of rough. To Brittany's credit, I said, please tell me you put your head under that water. She said, yeah. So I said, okay. So you're getting great benefit from letting that water hit your head. But I said, don't be in a rush to get to the coldest just yet. Get acclimated. And that'll take time. And I told her how in my book that I'm starting to write on, I'm going to give a whole plan of action about how you start at the very bare minimum and then work your way till you get to ice baths. And I'll talk about like the things you need to look out for. Trust me, I've written a couple books, so I know how to frame this that will help you guys that aren't sure where you start. All right, let's see who all's here today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Marcus, Dawn Marie, Sharon, Love the Mountains, Amanda, Mitch, Kira, Delan, Linda. Sharon says day 116. Bam! Bam! Let's say hi to my neighbor. What up, dog? You're live on Instagram. Sarah's here. Jess is here. Birch, GH, Marcus, Dawn Marie, Nikki, Adiva. Lots of nice fire emojis. Thanks for all that, you guys. Dan is here. Betsy's here. Dawn Marie got the chickens for the background noise. Oh yeah, they're always going to be in the background. Some days when I'm in there, you'll hear a dog barking. Other days, you'll hear birds chirping. Chickens are always there. So some days the chickens get right next to me, right when I'm starting my Jimmy Ice Bath video. And I'm like, you have to go right next to me when I'm trying to talk. One of the reels that I posted recently, at the very end, I'm like, are y'all wanting to just be on my video? Is that what this is? Yes, but they poop me breakfast, so I don't complain. But yes, I love the nature sounds when I'm in there. Very relaxing, Dawn Marie. Linda gives me hearts and fire. Gwen is here. Lack is here. Carnivore Angel's here. Mama Oars. Carol Ann, Cariana, Syed, AMC, Monica, Mary, Adam, Arika. Jess gave me a heart. Yeah, go follow you guys. Jesselyn.Randall. And you can see the things that she posted on her stories. I think they're up for a little while longer. Go watch what she did, because she actually did what I talked about yesterday of dunking your face into a bowl full of ice. She actually did it, you guys. And what was so funny was, like, round 2, while she was in there for the second time, her husband Jared walked in the door, and on the screen she wrote, and my husband just gave me a weird look. That was cute. I would have loved to have seen his face in real time. All right, car coming, getting out of the way. All right, there we go. Carney is here. Bulletproof says, go, Jimmy. Sheila's here. No rock in my crock yet, Sheila. May is here. Moraine. Enochian. Kurt, Sharon says, look forward to your new book. Thank you. Yeah. Literally, Amazon has had it up on their website, the One Step Deeper Journal, the Foundations. They've had it up for just about a week. Separate. They've had the hardback book and they've had the Kindle, 2 separate listings. And at some point, that's the way they build a book, by the way, when they post it on Amazon. They make separate listings and then they merge them when they see they're the same title. For some reason, they have not merged them yet. And on the hardback page, it doesn't have the picture of the book. On the Kindle, it does have the picture of the book, and it lets you look inside, so you can click on it and read the first, 25 pages. So go do that if you want to support my brand new book, One Step Deeper Journal, the Foundations. Anywhere in the world, you can get the Kindle version. And then the paper version you can order here in America on Amazon. Thank you for that, Sharon. Mom Era 6 is here. Dan says, hi, you're awesome. Thank you, Dan. You're awesome too, my brother. Carrie's here. Brooke is here. Sheila's laughing at my rocking the crock joke, I guess. The alternate is here. Oh, Sharon's talking about my ice bath book. See, Sharon, my problem is I'm working on 2 new books and I have a book that just came out. So when you say, can't wait for your book, I have to guess which one you're referring to. But yes, Cold Therapy Clarity is the book that I'm going to be writing on very soon. I am going completely away from my work. For those of you who've not been following, I'm going completely away from all my podcasts and pretty much most of social media. I have so many backed up ice video, like 1 minute things to make reels out of, that if I don't pump those out while I'm gone in the month of May, I'm going to be hopelessly, trying to get rid of those and getting them out there. And there's great content in there, so I want to share. So I'll very likely share reels with some of the ice bath stuff. I did make a decision, though, that while I'm gone in the month of May, I will not be going live on Instagram with the ice baths. That doesn't mean I won't be doing videos for the ice bath. I just feel like I need to redeem all the time that I can to write on my book. I got 2 books I'm writing on, the Cold Therapy Clarity and then the One Step Deeper Journal for Trauma. So I really need to put a lot of focus onto that, and it's going to be a full-time job and a half while I'm writing on both of those books simultaneously. So what I will do for you guys is I will record on my iPhone the ice bath, and then I will post it on here on Instagram Live as an Instagram video. It'll obviously go up on YouTube and all the other places as well. But that's what I'm going to do while I'm away. I do love talking to you guys and I do love interacting, but I feel like if I'm going to go away, I need to go completely away. So this will be the one way I'll kind of stay in touch with you. And plus, I'll be so knee deep into the ice bath stuff, writing, that I'll have plenty of stuff to talk about. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. I did also just talk to somebody who's going to watch my animals for me, and I am going to get out of town on Thursday. So while it's still April, I'm going to be traveling Thursday, Friday, or I'll be out of town Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's the last 3 days of April. And I will show you what it's like to do an ice bath. I'm not sure the situation where I'm going to be staying, if it's going to have a bathtub or not. So if it's not a bathtub, it'll be a very cold shower. But maybe I'll show you a few tricks that you could do with ice to get some cold therapy in. But that'll be nice. That'll be nice to give you an idea of how you can do this even if you're not at home. So I am going to investigate the hotel and try my best to say, please tell me you have a bathtub. A bathtub's still not perfect, but it's better than just a shower, because you can't really get an ice bath in a shower. Although, if you have access to an ice machine, which you do in a hotel, you could bring a cooler with you, fill it up. You could basically use ice as like a soap, so to speak. You would just grab big chunks of ice and just rub it all over you, like while you're in a shower. There's ways to do it. Maybe that'll be one of my things that I show you. It's messy, it's weird, but that sounds like a description of Jimmy Moore, messy and weird. Gabby's here, Prototype is here, Holly's here, Carnivore Angel said, we'll miss you, thank you. Look, I need to step away. I've had pretty continuous work for a little bit since the holidays. And it's time that I breathe a little bit, get away, relax a bit. I do a lot of work. I mean, a ton of content. And so that's very mentally draining. I love every minute of it, but it is still very mentally draining. So I need to recharge a bit so I can start feeling the juices flow for creativity for these books that I'm writing. So thank you for your understanding. Tomas is here. Trish is here. KOP is here. Dawn Marie says, empty the ice machine. Wahaha, yes. Yeah, I need to go buy me a cooler. I was looking in Costco yesterday, and they only had Igloo brand. They had 3 different sizes. They had a big Kahuna one that was like $149. I'm like, nope. Then they had one that was medium-sized that was $89. And then they had a smaller one that was like $59. I was like, well, the small one's too small, the big one's too big, so I think that middle one is probably the best if I'm going to choose that. I want to check Sam's Club, but I do think having a cooler, if you're driving somewhere and you're traveling, having a cooler when you're at a hotel, take advantage of that ice that's in the hotel, and you can figure out how to get cold therapy in. Kathy's here. Holly says, I missed where the fun place you're going. I didn't say, but I haven't booked anything yet, but I'm debating between 2 places. So, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the Smoky Mountain area. That was one thing I was thinking about. Although I did talk to another friend that recently went there, and they said it is crazy there right now. I think people are just ready to be back out there traveling and doing all the fun things again, and so maybe Gatlinburg's too popular to go to. And then the other one is Cherokee, North Carolina. So Cherokee isn't too far away from Gatlinburg, and it's an Indian reservation. They got a casino there, but there's all kind of like nature trails. There's a really killer waterfall called Mingo Falls that it's basically straight up about a half a mile you have to walk. And so maybe I'll pull out my phone and I'll record walking up that trail and then show you the waterfall at the top, and then post that video to social media so you guys can see that. So lots of ideas just to kind of get away, unwind. It's just little old me, so don't need anything real fancy. Amelia's here. Stina's here. Lou is here. Holly says, sounds like fun. Yeah, look, I'm going to make it fun. I have put my life on hold for a lot of reasons, and I'm tired of that. I'm ready to go live. And I know a lot of you guys probably feel the same, that in a lot of ways we've kind of pressed hold and pause on a lot of parts of our lives. And Jimmy's ready to have a little adventure. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, guys. So day 116. Still rocking and rolling. Planning on doing this the whole year. And yeah, I'm going away in the month of May, but I'm going to still post videos of these ice bath videos. I'll still be teaching you. So keep learning. Keep being inspired to do hard things. If you've learned nothing from my ice bath videos, I hope that's the one thing that you take home as a huge message is, I can do the hard things. The moment that you tell yourself you can do the hard things, don't be surprised when you, do the hard things. And I think how we think, what we believe, what we have within our capabilities in our minds, that we either tell ourselves that we can't or that we can, and either way you're right. Either way you're right. If you think you can't do something, don't be surprised when you can't. But then if you think you can do something, don't be surprised, no matter what it is, that you can. And that's the beauty of getting your mind in the right place. Stop limiting who you are, what you're capable of, what you're about. I lived a lot of my life under the auspices of what I thought I was, defined by other people. It's time you start defining who you are. You defined your destiny, your journey, what you're capable of. And when you tap into that, you guys, you're unstoppable. Nothing can stand in the way of whatever it is you want to achieve. And I believe that in my heart of hearts. I've lived that. It just breaks my heart when people say, well, I can't. And I'm like, yeah, you just put it out there in the universe that you can't. Whatever it is that comes after you can't, whatever you're describing, when you say, I can't, you just made it happen, that you can't. And then people say, see, I knew I couldn't. No, you couldn't because you made yourself think you couldn't. And I want you guys to reframe that whatever it is that you want to do in your life, think that it's possible. Speak it that it's possible. And then don't be surprised when it becomes true. Marcus says, Gatlinburg is always crowded, I think. I enjoyed exploring the mountains outside town much more. Yeah, in Cherokee, North Carolina, it's right on the edge of the Smoky Mountain National Park. So lots of walking trails, that waterfall I was talking about, a lot of cultural things with the Indians. So yeah, I've been there a few times. It's always a nice getaway. And plus, I think Cherokee is only about 30 miles from Gatlinburg. So if I wanted to go to Gatlinburg, I'm close enough to go for a day. Stonefit is here. Leslie's here. Marcus says, do whitewater rafting on the Ocoee River. A blast. Yeah, I've seen people out there on that river. So I wonder if the river's cold. Jimmy could get creative with cold therapy. Amelia says, I just want my son to achieve his homework. Well, he has to believe in himself. That's how he does it. Carnivore Angel Healing. Yes, she says. I knew that would resonate with you, my dear. I knew, Sally, you would like that message. All right, guys, let me pop off of here for now. As always, if you're watching on the replay on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, or even here on Instagram, go follow me over on Instagram, Livin' Low Carb Man, LIVIN LOWCARBMAN. Marcus says it is cold. Excellent. Now you got me wanting to do cold therapy in that river when I go to Cherokee, Marcus. So go follow me on Instagram. I do live videos at 5 p.m. Eastern every single day. And so what I will try to do, you guys, is get up the video of me doing whatever cold therapy I'm doing while I'm away in the month of May. I will get that up for you guys within like the hour after 5 o'clock. So if I do my cold therapy at 5, I'll try to have the video uploaded no later than like 6 o'clock Eastern. So you will see it. They'll be short, obviously, because I'll be in the cold and then nobody to interact with. So, but I'll teach something on video and then get in, get out. That's kind of the reason why. And maybe one day I'll miss you guys and I'll come back and say, okay, we're going to go live. So just stick around. You'll see. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all. You're all an inspiration to me. I know a lot of you say that I've inspired you, but you guys inspire me because I come back every single day excited to see so many familiar faces and so many brand new people that are like, hey, heard you doing this crazy challenge. Tell me more. I want to learn more. And it's great. I love the interaction like this. So thank you guys for honoring me with your presence. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye, everyone.